To Unbiased and on the Fence. Sorry about the echo there. I forgot that would do that. Welcome. SunPsychic Jean's back with us today, March 5th, 2022. How are you doing, Jean?
I'm great, Shane. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Welcome back. It's so good to have you. We do have people in the chat already. Shout out to Alva and Sherry and LZ. Thanks for being in here. So we're doing like live readings today, guys. You said you're about to post sort of a compilation video up pretty
Some
soon.
clips
Some
from
clips.
clips from the excuse me, clips from the last February show that we did together.
Oh, very good, very good. And you've
Mhm.
also, since our last one, you've also uploaded some older sessions. You've been trying to catch up and upload more to
Mhm.
your channel. So you did one for Claudia that I hadn't seen yet, um,
Right.
which is really interesting. And you said it gets into Cinderella.
Yes, yes. It really she connected with her cat that had passed away earlier in life, and it was a very spiritual connection, a soul connection.
Mm-hmm.
And this led us into some of her past lives that are repeating in this incarnation. And it's just an absolutely beautiful story, and very just very healing story. And you could see her change, her understanding, saying that, thank you for this gift of perspective, so that, now I understand why things happened in my life the way they did. And it just gave her such comfort, such um, just, uh, just, I don't even know what the word is. Just, yeah, I want to say resolve, or, just comfort, a lot of comfort, and understanding that no more struggle, no more wondering, no more, thinking, why is this happening? It gave her rest and it gave her peace. It was really a beautiful story.
Yeah, it is. It's moving from, I guess, that victim mentality we talk about often, to realizing you're being trained or taught something, or it's the experience and what you're going to learn from it. That's the important thing. So it might be a little rough while you're in it, but there is a purpose to it. And then that moves you away from feeling like, oh, why is the world down on me, right? Why is this always happening, or whatever? And then you can look at it a little differently and handle it that way and then grow from it rather than sort of repeating the same thing lifetime after
Yeah,
lifetime. That's a long time.
exactly. Exactly. And that's one of the quotes in there, is lifetime after lifetime. It was her true soul's desire, lifetime after lifetime. And she repeated the cycle, lifetime after lifetime, which gave her perspective and understanding, a greater meaning as to why things occurred the way they did. And
Absolutely.
just really,
It
it's a
helps.
beautiful experience. It does.
Yeah, it adds
Yeah,
meaning to the suffering and things like that. So let's see.
exactly.
Oh, we got some new people that hopped in here, Monique and Link. Hey, if you guys have a question, you want a live reading here today with Gene, put it in all caps and it'll stick out to me. I do have my glasses handy if you forget, but I can throw those on and we'll actually do some live reading. So I should put them on now, actually. Livitha, good to have you here. Hi, Vibin 888, good to have you here. Hello, beautiful tribe of Starbing. She says, I'm lurking while working. Okay, well, thanks for being here. Hi, Vibin. Yeah, if you have any questions, put them in caps and we'll have Gina see what she can do connecting. If you want to connect to like a dead loved one or something like that, it should be someone close to you, like a family member or something like that. And really, other than that, just kind of non political. That's really about the only thing, right?
Spiritual growth, spiritual guidance, angels, spirit guides, messages, things like the psychic work.
Even a question. She can pull out the pendulum if you just have a simple yes no question. That's sometimes good.
Exactly, exactly. So Shane, I was actually on a friend of mine. Well, actually, Kelly. You know Kelly from the from one of my videos. She was the baton twirler. Remember, you had
Right.
mentioned her? And she had me on her show to talk about the process of the healing that we practiced when I was with her. And we were chatting a little bit, and she was sort of interviewing me. And then towards the end, the last half hour, we were doing some questions. And because of the last show that I did with you and the impromptu question from Sandy, I believe it was, to get a message from Chief White Eagle and Buffalo Calf, White Buffalo Calf Woman, it inspired me to get my deck of ascended masters and gods and goddesses. And so what I did was I pulled a card from this ascended masters deck, and it was very profound, the messages that came through, because I didn't know. I mean, they've come to me in readings, but I didn't know I could call on them until I got the opportunity on your show to do it. So it really has given me the opportunity to grow in my craft, in my skills. And it's amazing, the messages that are coming through. So we did 2 or 3 of the Ascended Masters readings on Kelly's show on Sunday. And again, it gives me that feeling of what just happened. Something just happened. Something's different. What's going on here? Like I felt like it was like an expansion of my awareness, or an expansion of my gifts, or my ability to connect. Something changed, and it was so profound. It was a beautiful, beautiful experience.
Do you want to pull one of the cards to start this show? That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
want to
let's do that.
just
Yeah, we don't have any questions yet, so while we're waiting on somebody to put their question in there, let's
sure.
pull a card. That'd be awesome.
Do you want to
That
do it
sounds
for the
beautiful.
collective?
Yeah,
For the collective?
let's do one for the collective.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm for sure going to be getting more oracle cards for a lot of other ascended masters. I do have the Kyle Gray deck that I haven't. It's the Keepers of the Light. That's interesting too.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a little bit of that one. Yeah, so it's not necessarily that I'm pulling cards, because I'm not as good with the tarot cards as I am with these type cards. And if I'm not familiar with the ascended being on the card, I do just like to look it up to see a description of who it is. Oh, I know who this is. This is Lakshmi.
Lakshmi.
Mm-hmm.
Flow of
And
prosperity.
flow of prosperity. Yeah. And she is the goddess of wealth, but it's also abundance, of health, of wealth, of security, of family, of, just all types of prosperity. And this is Lakshmi. And I have Lakshmi's on my windowsill back there. You can't really make them out, but I do. She is one of my spirit guides. So
Very
let's see
nice.
if she has a message for the collective.
All right.
She is saying that humans uh, don't allow themselves to believe in prosperity and wealth and health and uh, beautiful blessings. They feel they have a negative feeling of unworthiness, blame, um, lack of self-confidence as far as the ability, or it's a lot of worthiness, though. There's some um, programming that has led us to believe that we are not worthy of receiving abundance. And she says it's almost silly that it's right there. It's right there. You can have it. You just have to believe it. You just have to live it and breathe it and believe it. And then it's yours. It's almost like we're the ones that are is blocking the prosperity for us, and it sounds ironic, because we all have struggles and we all have um, wishes and desires that are not fulfilled, and to think that we may be causing our own lack is hard to understand. But what she's saying is all of this is available to all of us. She's saying we need to put our guard down, put down our weapons, our defenses, and allow. It's our defenses that doesn't allow the prosperity in. There, she's also saying that the fear of loss. It's better. They say better not to have loved, or better to have loved than not to have loved at all. Better to have loved and lost than not to have loved at all. But she's saying this is where we don't want the prosperity because we don't want the worry about losing it. It's almost like another block for us. I know that sounds crazy. I can hear you guys on the other end saying, what is she talking about? But it's energy. It's just an energy exchange. We have to be in the energy of receptance, acceptance, and receptibility. To accept kindness. Yeah. It's also a mindset. If we are grateful for what we currently have, then we will be abundant. It's we feel lack, if we fear lack, this is what we manifest. If we feel abundant and we have no fear of loss, because we have everything we need, no matter how small or how limited it may be. Energy follows energy. We feel abundant, we feel grateful, we feel open to receive. Energy follows energy.
Very good. So it's almost like we're causing the block with just the way we put our focus and intention into feeling lack. I know Abraham Hicks talks about getting in that vortex of creation, where you feel the way you want to be and then watch your reality transform around you. So this is a good example of us really being abundant, but we've got this belief system in place that says, oh, we're not, or it's bad, like you're saying. So excellent advice. And it kind of goes, it's a great segue into the first question here because it's about a bank loan. Do you see me
Excellent.
getting a home loan? This is from LZ in chat. Appreciate the question. Do you see me getting a home loan through NF or another bank, and when? So I'm not sure what NF, I guess something financial, some kind of bank or something. Probably when they've tried.
And it's LG, the letters
LZ.
LG,
LZ is
LZ.
the questioner. Yeah.
I'm getting a note on the NF, right? NF,
Right?
right?
Okay.
So let me see if she'll be able to get a home loan from a different financial. It's going in a circle. So there may be some hoops that you need to jump through, but it's now turning into a yes. So that may be some hoops that you need to jump through, some situations or
See if we.
things you need to clear up, uh, you know, boost up. Um, so it says yes eventually, but it said it had a circle for
Sounds
another
like a buffering.
financial yeah,
Like a little bit of a
institution.
waiting
Yeah.
period there.
Yeah,
Yeah, because she was
exactly.
asking and when, so I think that would give an indication it might be a little further down the line that.
Let me just check. Let me just check.
Okay.
Will LZ receive a home loan before the end? Wait, let me see. Stay still. Will LZ receive a home loan before the end of 2022?
Oh, it's turned into a yes.
Yes, it's a yes. Very strong there. Will LZ, thank you. Will LZ receive a home loan before September 1st, 2022?
Oh, no.
Right.
So sometime between
Well,
9 and 12.
yeah. Do you want to leave it at that or do you want to narrow it down?
Oh, we can
Let's
narrow it
narrow it
down as
down.
much you want, yeah.
Will LZ receive a home loan by October 2022? It is saying yes.
So between
Wow.
sometime during the month of
Wow. Look
September,
at
it's
that.
really
It's really
cranking.
going. Really going. Good for you, LZ. Dot your
Awesome.
I's, cross your T's.
And
Uh,
believe.
mhm.
Yeah, that's one of
Worthy.
the things about, like you were just talking about feeling it. I got this little message a while back. It was like, if you were planning on moving, say, from Canada to Florida or something, and you didn't know exactly how it was going to happen, but you felt like you were supposed to be there, you would want to respond as if you had everything. So you would start, cleaning out your closets and organizing things to make the move easier, and like you're actually preparing to go. And when you get in that mode, you're in the mode of creation there, because now you're actually on the path of moving, whether the funds are there or not. So that was like a little download I got a while back that says just take that first step. And I think the Bible is a good example when he stretched out the rod and parted the seas or whatever. It was still him that initiated the flow of universe, right? To create a way where there
Absolutely.
appeared to be no way. So excellent.
That's right. It's the energetic beginning. It's you have to make a move, you have to make the decision. The decision can't be made for you
Absolutely.
and take action. Yeah, that's amazing. That's good.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So Sarah Anu has a question. I would love to have insight regarding my main client. I'm experiencing some growing pains. Do you see the relationship transforming? And if so, how? Sarah Anu.
Okay. I'm seeing a spreadsheet, like They're showing me old time, like the paper spreadsheets. Hmm. I'm getting that this first client is holding you back in some way, is restricting you from moving forward. I'm not exactly sure if it was because of the challenge that you weren't ready for, that you weren't prepared for, or if they have tied you up so that you are unable to uh, go bandwidth, like expand widthwise. It does seem like this, it's an entanglement with the first customer. They may be monopolizing your energy or your services or your amateur naivety. Hmm. I just see them holding you back, monopolizing, sort of like distracting you and causing you sort of they're um, taking advantage of your good nature or your generosity or not sure. I just see this little bit of entanglement with the first client, with the first customer client, and that it's preventing you from moving forward in the way that you imagined that you would. And you can either stick with it and ride through the storm and ride with them and grow at their pace, at their to their benefit, or you can cut them off, cut them loose, and continue back on your own path forward and move forward at your own pace. Either way, you're going to be moving forward. But if you move forward with this first client, they'll have the reins in their hands, and they'll be sort of steering you and directing you. So it's almost like you're going to be working for them the way they want to do it and on the time frame that they want to do it, rather than you. Even though it's your services that they're uh, employing, or you can cut it loose and go back to square one with your services and grow at the pace with the customers that are more at a um, manageable level for you. How does that resonate with her?
We'll see what we get as far as a reply. That was for
Sarah Anu.
Sarah Anu. Okay, a follow-up question for LZ. Let's see, they said, oh, it's for Navy Federal. That's what the NF stood for. Credit score is high. I am in a rent house. Need to be out by April. So wanting to know if, thank you, income is six figures. Credit score is high. Will this rental property sell before I have to move? I guess is.
Mm. Oh, that's a little different. Other than getting a bank loan. The bank loan doesn't seem to come, or the home loan doesn't seem to come through until that October area
Right.
time frame, sometime after beginning of fall,
September.
I guess.
September. in October. Actually, October. So maybe when you said you were saying things need to happen, maybe maybe the right property isn't there yet, or something like that. It's not necessarily that. Because you're looking at the time frame of being out by April, but you never know what the universe's timeline is. You might have to end up renting for another 6 months or something somewhere else for a short time until something comes out. There's many ways you can read it. I don't know if you want to try to pull more from that, or
Mm-hmm.
how about let's just do the pendulum on will. Let's see if they will be able to stay at this rental house until that time is, or if they're going to have to live somewhere else in between. How about that?
Will LZ be able to stay in the rental until she gets uh, the loan? That's a no. Will LZ be able to purchase another property before selling the rental? So that's a yes. I think I don't know enough about the situation. They're saying that you may have to, I mean, you may be able to purchase another property before you sell the rental if it's under contract, like a condition or something. I don't know enough about real estate. I haven't moved in 15 years, so it's not like it used to be.
Right.
Things have changed since then. What else? What other kind of question could we frame it as?
Let's
Will
see.
she sell the rental when?
The question was, will this rental property sell before I have to move? So I guess they're living somewhere where they're renting, but it's on the market. So they're wondering if it's going to sell before they have to move. That's what it sounds like. Which is kind of like what you asked, right? Will they have to? There's no contract. So there might be something where, you could do month to month, but you're wondering if it's already on the market, will it? It's not a good time to buy a house, by the way, I don't think. So, but who knows?
Yeah. Um,
So will it sell before they have to move?
will the rental house where she's living
Where they're living, yeah.
sell before she has to move?
Right.
It's already saying yes. All right. Um, are you sure it's not a third property that is a rental property that she needs to sell?
They said correct to what I just said. So I don't think they're not the landlords. They're renting. Um, it appears that they're renting, and the house is on the market. They're wanting to know, is it going to sell before they leave? Which you got a yes to. So it's going to sell before they find another place. So it sounds like they're going to have some place in between, is what it
Right.
sounds like. Someone to live
Between
with,
April and
maybe,
September.
or rent
Hmm.
something for a short period of time.
Hmm.
Sounds like a big
Go to
pain in the
the.
butt, but at least you got a heads up with it. You know what I mean?
Mhm. You can do a vacation rental and have a beautiful place to live for 6 months and then go back and buy the house.
Right. Yeah, LZ says owner wants to sell this 2 acre property, not mine. It's not their property, so yeah. Sarah says, shockingly accurate. I do feel
Wow.
entangled. And then goes on to say, I feel a little stuck and beholden, but I am almost dependent financially, but I want to get out of it. How soon do you see me making those changes?
I did sense that it was purely her decision. She would have to let go. Like, let's just say, let's just say she sells brownies, and she wants to sell brownies to small restaurants. It's what she wants to do. But somebody saw her selling brownies, and they want to sell it to corporations, big giant, where there's a lot of people that work there, and they want her to change the brownie recipe. They want her to make the brownies round instead of square. They want her to change everything about her model, but they're going to be giving her um, a big bonus to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the path that she wants to take. So what she would need to do if she wants to go and sell the brownies to the small restaurants and be sort of like a boutique kind of place. Um, she would have to lose the contract, lose the money, lose the effort that she had already put into this big giant opportunity that was leading her down. And she didn't realize it was something that was unforeseen. It kept saying, they kept changing things. They kept saying, well, we don't like the shape of the brownie. Well, we don't want icing on the brownie. Well, and they kind of changed, like they were compromising her along the way. And it just evolved that way. It was unforeseeable. She didn't realize how deep she would get in before she realized she didn't really want to be there. And they're stringing her along. They're not going to lose anything. There's a lot of brownie makers out there, but she's probably going to lose a lot and be set back and have to pretty much begin again. So, how long would it be until she's out of the entanglement? I would need more information if there was some sort of a contract that she has of services. And with every contract, there's a clause that if you breach the contract, this is what you owe. And she may owe him that, amount of money if she breaches the contract, if she's signed anything. So I don't know if she signed anything for a length of time or signed anything for quantity of brownies. And don't tell me if it's brownies because I'll freak out. It was just an example. Shockingly accurate. Let me just see. Will Sarah be able to get out of this first entanglement by the end of June 2020? I'm getting a yes. Will Sarah be able to get out of this first client entanglement by the end of April 2022? I didn't say that right. Saying yes. I really feel like she's in the driver's seat and she's going to have to make a decision. She'll have to give up something. I don't know if she signed a contract or made a promise or
if they're just dependent on the income right now and they're afraid if they drop that to make room for other clients that there might be this lull in income. And then again, I always say if you're making a decision out of fear instead of love, then that's a good indicator that. So if you're hanging around doing this because you're fearful of what will happen if you drop this, then I would say go the other direction, the direction of love. If you want to serve other clients and you feel that glow to do that, then I wouldn't let the fear stop you.
Follow your bliss, follow your heart's desire. Don't be manipulated and just don't compromise your dream for somebody else.
Absolutely.
I can see how that could happen. Yeah. And it was unforeseeable. I could see. She was just like, well,
it was a learning experience.
Sure.
You learned something valuable there, Okay, Stop Censorship wants to know, how can you tell me what it is trying to send me messages in my dreams? I know I had dreams many times but never remember them. So I guess this feeling of getting messages in your dreams, that's interesting. Because I've had that before, but I always feel like it's just, it's getting in there and it will kind of manifest as it needs to, but I don't know. See what you can pick up on that. Stop censorship.
I'm seeing like interplanetary communication. Actually, I'm seeing the rings of Saturn, but I'm seeing the rings of Saturn on somebody's head. So I'm seeing this as the source of the information that you're being taught. It's like a representative off planet that is teaching you. Feels like an instructor or a guru or um, wow, why is there so much teaching going on while she's sleeping? Why doesn't she remember any? They're saying that they have to work behind the scenes. They have to work. The human psyche is so egoic that we are not allowing any little inkling of spirituality into our consciousness, into our awakened consciousness, that they are having to ascend and evolve and inform uh, the human consciousness while in the body, but not incognito, but in under the cover of your dreams, because we would reject it, we wouldn't accept it, we wouldn't believe it, we wouldn't be open to it, and we have such strong free will that they can't get a message in edgewise. And so they have to wait until we are asleep and our consciousness is available for them to come in and teach us so that we can grow together and evolve and have greater understanding spiritually. It has to do with evolution, has to do with raising the vibration, has to do with the fight of the ego. Let go of the ego. Ah, they're correcting me. It's not important to let it go. It's important to be in tandem, work as a team. We need the ego to perform tasks and to live our human life, but we need to allow the spirit part in beside the ego 50-50, and not let the ego monopolize so much of our experience. They want you to let in the spirit, the magic, the synchronicities, the everything that we talk about here on this channel, all of the signs, all of the knowings, all of the downloads, all of the Schumann resonance, those types of any type of miracle animal coming back out of its extinction, things that you see that you can't believe that you see. These are the things that they want you to start integrating.
All right, perfect. And he says it's a he, so stop censorship is a he. But okay, that was a good one. Let's see. So basically, nothing to fear. It's getting in there. That's sort of what I was told before. It's getting in there, but that's the best way to get it beyond some of our filters that we have, whatever the information is. But it's not lost or anything. Like you might feel like, oh, I forgot what it was. It must have been important, and oh my goodness, I don't know what it. It's
They're
gone, and
not
it's not really gone, is it?
No, the lessons are for your consciousness, for your soul. They're not for the ego. And the ego is the one that is saying, I don't remember, I don't know, because the ego wants to be in control.
Right.
But we need to start letting 50% of that spirit in, 50% of that soul consciousness in to commingle with the ego and
Right.
not let the ego take over. The only suggestion I have, there's a lot of dream classes out there right now, and there's a lot of dream talks, dream shows. There's something happening with dreams right now because a lot of people are doing this simultaneously, and they didn't converse with each other. It's just a new, like, it's the new lesson that we need to learn, and they're being downloaded this information that we need to discuss dreams. There's a channel called Lilac Lantern where she does a dream meetup, and she chooses a place on earth, a color, a shape, and a secret word. And so one time they went to the moon, and the color was gold, and a shape was I don't know, eights, infinity eights or something. And then the secret word she wouldn't tell anybody. And everybody had to set an intention that night to go in their dreams and meet on the moon to see that. So if they see the moon, they can go. If they see the color, they can go. If they see the shape, they can go. And then if you can hear the word that she said, then it's confirmation and validation that you guys actually met in your dreams. And this is there's so much dream activity, dream remembering, dream analyzing, dream manifestation, that I think there's something big coming up with dreams. And that was a really good question. I really appreciate that. The only suggestion I do have is one that my guides gave to me. And it was just an easy way of recording it, because you do remember just a little bit as soon as you wake up. And what I do is I take my phone and I do an email, and then you hit the little microphone on the email. And I said, there was little red and black bugs crawling up the wall. And then I email it to myself, and I have the date and I have the words. And then each night or each time you remember your dream, you bring these together. You can keep them all in a folder, and you'll be able to see like a pattern. It's an easy way to keep them organized, keep the date, keep the words. Even, I mean, as I was saying, the little red bugs with black legs, I was forgetting it, but I just got that part. So, and you have to do it right away. And I mean, it is fleeting. It's like almost before you wake up, you're still in it. And then as soon as you wake up, it's gone. So train yourself to hang on to that, either that or not to wake up all the way before you can get something written down, recorded, or something. Yeah.
Really good advice. And I've also noticed it seems like the more you write them down, the more you can remember not only that specific dream, you might remember more as you begin to recall it right away. You're like, oh yeah, and blah, blah, blah happened. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this person. And then you get like a few more details. But also, I think you wake up remembering more like subsequent to that. Just because you're recording it and you're training yourself to pay attention and pull those details out, and you're making it a habit. So that's a great. And
your intention too. Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the other one. My daughter was telling me she went to like a metaphysical meeting. They said, before you go to bed, set your intentions. I'm going to remember my dreams. I'm going to remember my dreams. And that's another good way.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. It's a great question,
though. Hey, what's up, Ruth? I saw you chimed in at 222 local time. Sherry Luke's got a question. Am I going to get the job I interviewed for? That'd be a good pendulum one, probably.
Mm-hmm. You know me, Shane.
Those yes or no ones are easier.
It's yeah, because I would be judging,
right. So this is for Sherry Luke. Thank you so much for the question.
Will Sherry get the job that she interviewed for? I'm getting yes. But what was the date that she interviewed? Because it could be any job that she interviewed for. What can she give me any specific? Because I kind of feel like it was an open question. But let me just say, will Sherry get the job that she just interviewed for? I would just imagine last week, the very last interview that she interviewed for. Will she get that job? Still saying yes.
Maybe it's been a while since she did another interview or something.
So the very last job that you interviewed for, they're saying yes.
Very nice.
Or the pendulum.
Okay, let's see. This is from Jean Hamilton, a comment. She said, I don't know if you read comments from last time, Jean, but you were spot on, she said.
I
Awesome.
did. Thank you. She was the one with the racehorse, right?
I'm not sure.
The racehorse running towards the finish line, because I just edited the video. I had to listen to it like 90 times.
Oh, and it was Jean Hamilton? Okay, yeah, you'll remember better than me.
Yeah. And then somebody else asked the question, and I said, ask Jean. She's the one on the racehorse heading towards the finish line.
Yeah, I remember that one. Let's see.
Thank you. Thank you for the comments. It really does help, and the validation. It really does help.
Yadira, hello. Let's see. I know I saw it. Okay. This one is from Carlo Hernandez. And she asks, please help. I dream of the dead, parentheses, family and friends. Also, my dreams often come true. Do I have a gift with my son? Wait, with my son as a gift? Let's see. I think there's a typo there. I have a gift. Will my son have a gift maybe? I'm not sure what the second part. You can clarify that, Carlo. But so yeah, so she often dreams of family members and friends, and sometimes they come true. So she's saying, please help. I guess she's just wanting more information about whether that's a gift or what's going on with that. Carla Hernandez.
It definitely is mediumship abilities. And again, this is something that has to do with our ego and the dream state. It's much easier for us to practice the mediumship in our dream state, in our consciousness, or our unconscious consciousness, but our dream state, because our guards are let down, and our filters and barriers and programs are not there, and the loved ones can reach you a little easier. If you do practice regularly with calling in your loved ones and practicing protection while doing so simultaneously, you may have a fear that's blocking you, because they're telling me protection. They're telling me if you say a prayer of protection before you ask for your loved ones for messages, there's no need for fear. And it may be some religions really put the kibosh on that and turn it around, saying that if you receive messages from your loved ones who have transitioned, then you're, something terrible. But that's, and we have to undo all of that. So the acceptance that you do have mediumship skills, the acceptance that you are connecting with your loved ones, and that it's okay in your waking state to practice this with a prayer of protection. And sometimes like just oracle cards or tarot cards can help open up the connection to your spirit guides and loved ones, for them to speak through you without too much fear or resistance.
Yeah. Sometimes we have programming to overcome. Okay, Carla says, do I, what you just answered, and will my son have a gift? So
that's what I thought she was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's going to be passed down.
Mm-hmm.
I think what they're telling me is that she already knows the answer and she just wants validation. She has a suspicion and she can feel the energy. And I'm saying yes, because I can feel her knowing. She has a knowing, like that he has it. And she just wants somebody else to validate this back. And yes,
Very
it is.
Cool. Probably that and more.
It is up to him how much he wants to develop it, but he does automatically have these same traits that you do. And if you train him young and let him understand that it's nothing to be fearful about, and to practice the prayer of protection, to not allow lower energy, because they see your light, they see your awareness, they see that you can see them and hear them. at night when you start going to sleep, and they'll start talking to you, and that's scary for children. It's probably maybe something that she went through as well. But do the prayer protection, call in Archangel Michael to protect the room, the house, the yard, the whole, the whole property, and not to allow any low vibrational. I don't know if you've ever heard me say, I'd like to invite loved ones who have transitioned and are of the highest love light vibration,
Right.
because I learned I didn't say that one time.
uh,
And it, yeah, it does. I mean, you invite in who you invite in, but make sure you say a prayer of protection around it, and ask for only the highest vibrational love light messages come through from the
the only
high
message
vibration.
worth having, right? Because you can get all sorts of messages, but you only want those best for the highest good messages. Gypsy JJ had a nice comment for you. She said, "SunPsychic Jean, you're a changing and blossoming mightily. UOTF is where I first met you, and I am blessed and honored." Very
Oh,
nice,
thank you,
Gypsy
Gypsy
JJ.
JJ. That's
Yeah.
sweet. I think she was with us on Kelly's channel on Sunday, where I told her I had that profound experience. Yeah,
Right.
she was there as well. And yeah, that was really very magical. Very magical. We're gonna do it again. It was interesting. Speaking of that, does anybody want a card? Or do you have more questions coming
Yeah,
in?
I've got more questions. I got one from
Okay.
Ruth Amaya, longtime friend and viewer. She has a question. Can you ask, how can I regain my spiritual connection and clairvoyant abilities?
Hi, Ruth. And let me see.
So she
Let me see
feels
what my
like
guides
she's,
have to say.
yeah, how can I regain my spiritual connection and clairvoyant abilities?
I'm hearing the word desire and focus. May not be something you've been focusing on, may be something that you let fall by the wayside and you weren't relying on it. Maybe something that you need to practice and exercise like a muscle to build up the connection, the ability to connect. Although it's like riding a bike, Ruth. Know this for sure. It's like riding a bike. You truly never forget. It's just the ability to focus. It's your ability to quiet your mind and focus on the intention. And guided meditation is really good because you're following somebody else's words. And if you find this is I think sometimes when we're on our phones and chatting and stuff, it's a lot of quick kind of we don't have to focus very long. It's a instant type of information that we can get, that we don't need to study or focus or concentrate as much when we have these quick bits of information right under our nose. This is something that does take intention. You may want to create uh, a sacred space with a small altar of just some of your favorite things, maybe some stones, maybe some bowls, singing bowls, or some figurines, maybe a cloth or something very simple, maybe some sage, maybe a candle, a little tea light candle, just something very small, not anything not anything grandiose or expensive, just something very small so that your spirit guides know that your intention is to do spiritual connection during this time. And that this, when you get this out or you're in front of this uh, altar, then this is when you intend to make the connection. It's intention, focus, practice, repetitive. It's easy to let life get in the way, to pull you away from it. Maybe take a class. Maybe take a dream class.
Absolutely. Stop censorship. He said, it's like I knew all this before and forgot it. I know the feeling. You know, and I think that's another thing with these dreams you don't remember is it might show up in the form of something resonating with you. You hear information, your ego hears information later on. You're like, you know what? I kind of feel this. I kind of resonate with what this person's saying. And it could have been the download you got that you don't consciously remember, you know? So I think sometimes things happen that way. So just you saying that right there, it's like I knew this before, but I forgot it. I totally know that feeling. And that's kind of how I feel when I resonate with something. It's like, oh, I knew this already. I know what they're saying. I understand. I get it, you know.
I had never received that message before that they are training us during our dream state because our egos are not allowing the spiritual or the programming or what our awakened does not allow it in, and that's why they're doing it. Like they're working on us on the back end.
Yeah. It's kind of how
So
VQH works that way. So but it's happening in your dream time, all under the radar, so to speak. That's cool.
it is interesting.
Let's see. Deanna has a question. Deanna Walton. I would like insight on the man I love. Will he leave her and come back to me, or will his relationship work out with the woman he's with? Question from Deanna Walton. Thank you so much for the question.
Deanna, my heart goes out to you. It's a it's like a bittersweet because you feel the love, but it's unattainable and it's not fair to you. And there's no denying that there's a connection, that there's love there, that in another time or space, this may be possible. But the odds are, and this is me speaking from experience and logic, but the odds are against you that they won't leave. They won't leave. And if you're in love with him and he knows this and he hasn't left you yet, I wouldn't, I would, and it's so hard when you are in love with somebody who is in love with you, yet still doesn't have the courage to leave that relationship. There is some sort of a tie, some sort of a contract that he's fulfilling, that he's torn. He is torn. And you do feel this. And it is true, but it's just a situational, unfortunate situation. It's not in your head. And he is agonizing as you are, but he won't. He'd rather be safe than happy, which is sad. You need to understand this, that he's just not capable of making the move. Not that he doesn't want to, not that he doesn't love you. Please understand that he does. And it's conflicting for him. You have to accept the love and release him and release yourself. And you will find another. I know it doesn't, you're, wow. It's like a past life kind of love. You guys you guys were intertwined before this life. It is really strong. I could feel it in the beginning, but man, I'm getting it really strong now.
I can imagine that would make it harder to break things
Don't
off, you know.
don't cut yourself off for the rest of your life because of this one situation that could never be. Allow yourself the opportunity to be with somebody. It may not feel the same because I think he may have been very important in one of your past lives. That's why it's so strong. But it's not meant to be in this life. And it's important for you to move on and to have companionship and love and even if it's not to the same depths that you feel with this person. And there's nothing wrong with loving somebody who loves somebody else. And it's just a situational type of time and place kind of thing. I'm sure that if things were different, um, I could just feel it. I know that he loves you too. And I know that you know that. And that's so hard. But the sooner you break it off, better off it is. And you know what? You break it off, you release him, you start looking for somebody else. Guess who's going to come running?
Right.
If it's meant to be,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
he knows he's got you on the side. He knows he doesn't have to make a move. But if you say, you know what, this is never going to work out for me. I love you. I always will. Maybe in another lifetime. I need to take care of me. I need to respect myself and my needs and move on. And let him go. Don't hope that he's going to run after you, even though I just said that, but you have to really just let him go and put your sights on moving forward. I can feel it. It's
We have a follow up from Yadira from, I guess, a question they asked last time. I don't know if you remember Yadira Mendoza. She says, I am Yadira, the mushrooms girl. You was right about the other land wasn't the right option for me. No trees around. Could you now ask the pendulum about my new option? Okay. It is in Teque,
I'm going to
Baja, California, Mexico. The name of the ranch, it's Garcia Ranch. And this time are 5 hectares to share with my community and have 95 trees. Awesome. So let's ask about this new property here for Yadira in Baja, Mexico, or Baja, California, sorry.
and it's called Garcia what? Ranch?
Yes, Garcia Ranch. Yeah, that's what we're asking about.
Is Yadira. It's Garcia Ranch in Yadira's best interest. Is let me stop it first. Is Garcia Ranch in Yadira's best interest?
It looked like it
It's
was going to go
it
no, and then it just straightened up. The second you finished your question, it started saying yes. That's amazing.
that is that is that is a yes. It's a strong yes. So it is more within your energy. It's beneficial for you. And I mean, I think the choice is yours. It's purely yours.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's an if, or she can elaborate if she wants to know anything else. But I think the choice is hers. I'm
Awesome.
glad.
Thank you, Go Kart Bob. I appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah. Trying to find.
Wow. My heart is still aching for Deanna. Sorry. Sometimes I get very tied into the emotion. I can link it. Me, Deanna.
Oh, speaking of which, Twin Flame Divine Fire Radio were in here, and they've got this new clearing spray. I love it.
Wow.
I think they're just doing pre-orders right now, but if you guys are still here, drop a link in there because I love this stuff. It smells great, and it's like a clearing mist, you know?
Wow.
Perfect. Yeah. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
I would need that by the gallon, right?
Right. But it works
Coming
like the
from
bell, sort of, so just clearing your area, clearing your space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the energy, the jumping from question to question, it sometimes, yeah, it's hard to let go.
Oh, I think I might have missed your question. Let me see if it came through. I think they typed it again down here. So this is from Chachanin. Chachanin asked, not sure if my question came through. Can you dial in on the area of my next spiritual step? I have been doing the homework, but I can't put my finger on what I am supposed to actually do. From Chachanin. I believe it's a girl.
This is very specific. I typically don't get specifics. But let me just tell you the image that they're showing me, and maybe you can interpret it for me. But what I'm seeing is that you are doing a sun salutation, which I know is a yoga move. But what they're doing is they're showing me this in a literal, that they want you to meditate during sunrise, that this is a twilight hour that is, or the dawn is very magical, and very, the energies are prime and greeting the day. Do you do shamanic work? They want you to greet your day, open a sacred circle, honor the four directions and the Gaia and the sky. More of a ritual. They want you to do like a morning ritual. Either that or they want you to start yoga. I don't think it was yoga, although yoga is mind, body, spirit, but there's something in the morning. It's beautiful. It's a great suggestion.
Awesome. Like a morning ritual or something that you do. Oh, you guys want me to spray you there? Here. I'll do it above the camera. There you go. Spraying you guys too with a clearing mist.
They do that. They do that. I see other readers and stuff do the Palo Santo or the sage right in front of the camera, and it does. I mean, it's
Right.
energetic. Why not?
Yeah, let it just shower right down on you guys. So, there you
Mhm.
go, Gypsy JJ. Oh, okay. They just dropped. They're gonna drop the. There you go. TwinFlameDivineFire.com. If you guys want to pre-order that clearing mist, I definitely recommend it, and it smells good.
Oh,
Let's
that's
see.
nice.
Deanna says, "Thank you so much. You're so right. It sucks. You're amazing. Thank you so much."
Felt it,
Yeah,
Deanna. And it felt like it was right. You know how sometimes it's wrong? Like it's right.
yeah. It says
And you
this.
know it's right, and he knows it's right.
Yeah,
It's
she
just the
says, "This is what
situation.
I told him. He was a past life love. Wow, you're amazing." Yeah, you
She
do
knows
feel it on
it.
that deeper level, don't you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, Deanna.
Yep. Chachanin says, "I do resonate with the morning ritual. That's awesome. Thank you," she says.
Good. Good. I'm glad. That's lovely. Lovely.
Deanna said earlier, "I see UFO orbs and I've seen the moon greatly disfigured and disappear and reappear and then grow from a tiny star and then grow into a perfect half moon. I have this recorded. What was this?" I thought it was a follow up question. If you want to tap into that now, or let's see.
Deanna Walton
Yeah.
is seeing these things.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wonder what that means.
Well, she's definitely spiritually connected because, and the only reason why I'm saying that is she had a question about love that is usually not my forte, but I was able to connect right to her energy. So she has open energy and she has antennas, if not really antennas, you know what I mean, just energy antennas. And um, could you read me? She said she saw the stars and the moon,
She
and
says, "I
it
see
goes,
UFO orbs, and I've seen the moon greatly disfigured and disappear and reappear, and then grow from a tiny star and then grow into a perfect half moon." And she's got it recorded, she says.
I think the tape got stuck on the reel. Like it's a movie. No. Um there is a glitch. There is some sort of an energetic distortion. Oh, she was seeing there was a portal in front. There were the if I don't know if the spaceship was in at the same time, but there was a portal in front of the moon that opened up, looked like sky, made the moon go away, and then the portal closed and made the moon come back. But the way that, so there was like a rip in the fabric. So that's what they were talking about. Wow.
So it was like disfigured from something between her and the moon, a portal.
And I'm getting really hot, and I'm getting the heat in my body is very, very high right now.
Can you
So there's
tell
a
us
lot
any
of
more about the
energy to
portal?
it.
What the portal was about or anything? What do you feel like?
I think it was just activity that you know how you can stand right next to somebody and you can say, look at that UFO up there, and the person will be like, I don't see anything.
Right.
Because they have the shades on their eyes.
Yeah.
Well, she has her third eye is open and she can see past. So somebody else may not see the portal open and close because everything's done cloaked, but she can energetically see it. And this is what the manipulation was with her. She was probably seeing it with her third eye and distorting her 3D vision. But what was the portal?
And did it look exactly on the video like you saw with your eyes? You said you captured it, captured part of it at least. I have this recorded. I guess that's a video.
Send it to Shane.
Yeah, send it. Yeah, I would love to see it.
We should, yeah, you need to do, or not you need to do. It would be lovely to have another UFO experience. Remember, we used to have everybody send in their pictures and stuff. I have somebody from Canada sending me pictures. It's not here yet, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. Ruth
Yeah,
had a,
it's.
Ruth said, 100% true. I have been very impatient and not able to concentrate or be present for more than 5 minutes. Extreme ADD. And I think we've been experiencing a lot of that. Sometimes I have to just go and I'll feel that intense energy and I just have to go sit down, or I'll feel like I'm having a panic attack or something. I really have to, depending on the energies. And I know it's nothing in my life causing it because, I can tell it's an external thing that's not part of me, and I just try to absorb it and ground myself. And actually, grounding yourself helps at those times, because sometimes I'll get a pressure headache, and grounding outside on the grass, or my tub is grounded, and I can grab the side of my bathtub, and I can feel the pressure leave because it's actually grounded through the pipes or whatever. Yeah, so.
Wow.
Yeah, I've had a headache go away within 3 seconds of grabbing my tub and allowing it to ground. It's like I wasn't grounded.
Wow.
A little tip you can try. And I forgot the other day, and my daughter was like, didn't you say you could? I'm like, oh, yeah, let me go try it. And it helped. It was a really bad headache, and it took it down to where I could barely even tell I had one.
Wow.
So, yeah, grounding does help. Let's see. I think, somebody wanted you to pull a card for them when you asked earlier. They said, can you pull a card for me? Let's see. So let me find out who that was.
Yeah, Ruth, when I saw social media and things coming up and right at your fingertips really fast, and you not having to actually study or search or wait. It's the waiting too. That's what she said, the ADD. It's the waiting. It's the patience, developing patience. And when you do focus and set an intention, just do it for 5 minutes. Set yourself a timer. Set it for 3 minutes, then 5 minutes, then 7 minutes. There's an app on the phone. Do you remember what the name of it is? It's something, it doesn't sound like a meditation app, and that's why I always forget what it's called.
I think I've heard of it, but I can't think what it is either.
It's probably in a folder. Yeah. I can't find it, but there's an app on the phone. Just and here I am telling you not to, but that apps are but this app will help you to time it, and you'll see your progress, and you'll be able to measure your progress. It's really good. And I think it's called something called, it's not meditation timer, it's something timer though. It's very, just maybe Google it and see. But it's a good way to train. And I wouldn't go in like a half hour. I mean, people say you shouldn't really meditate longer than 20 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes anyway. But start yourself small and train your ADD and be gentle with yourself,
20 minutes is about where I start getting really deep, and I'll end up having to take a nap if I hang out there too long because I get real swimmy headed, like kind of dizzy, but it just feels like you're sinking really deep into a meditation. Although everything's silent and everything, it's like, oh man, this is starting to feel like I want to go to sleep.
Do you ever feel like you're going to pop out of your body?
No, I wish I could, I think it's like one of those things, even when I'm going to sleep, that I make a right turn instead of a left. I relax more into it, and then I end up falling asleep. And there just has to be some way that I can stay alert and let the body drop off. But I haven't made it there yet. Not on purpose, on
Mm-hmm.
accident.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the
Mm-hmm.
card was for Alice Long. There, I found. Can you pick a card for me? Do you want to pick one from the deck you were going to pick one from?
Sure. Is it Alice Leong?
Yeah,
Ellie?
exactly.
Ah, I know Alice. Hi,
Okay.
Alice. Thanks for coming. Yay! Alice wants a card. And Alice is a light worker. She is a starseed, and she is an uh, amazing soul. I think this one wants to come out for you. Oh, we're doing a little Hindu theme here. This one is Krishna,
Nice.
and it says, "Find the blessings in your current situation." So let me see what Krishna may have to say for Alice Leong. And thanks for asking the question. It's really good practice to go from there to there to there. He's giving me the message to expand your awareness and accept the knowing that you have. He's saying you're aware of your interdimensional um, experience and energy. Um, and just start living your life with this knowing as a reality, as your experiences. She knows her experience are real. She knows her um, connections are loud and clear. Yet she has a part of her ego that is denying the interdimensional type of simultaneous um, activities. He's saying, I'm blue and I'm off planet, and this is the interpretation that humans gave me, but that he is a galactic being, that his essence or his aspect is galactic, and that the Hindu religion portrayed him as a god, which they often do. But the blue is our cue that it's a galactic being that we are familiar with today. And he's saying that to embrace this side of yourself, this intergalactic being, this interdimensional being, this spiritual expansion of yourself. She has acceptance and awareness, and then she has a knowing that she's sort of holding on the back burner. And he's saying, bring that into no sense in leaving that behind. You're like 70% of the way, Alice. And he's saying, just bring it all in, bring it all in, have the awareness of it all. That's beautiful. That's really, really,
beautiful.
Really cool.
Yeah, thank you, Jean. All right.
Thank you, Alice.
And thank you, Alice, for the question. This one's from Miranda Anderson. Miranda, I want to thank you for the question. I'm sorry for your loss. So glad I caught you live. My ex-husband just died. Can you connect with him? His name is Brad. So for Miranda, we're connecting to Brad.
Sure. Sorry for your loss, Miranda. He's I'm picking up an energy that's seems to be, it's hard to describe. It's not really nonchalant, but he's with you and he's like, yeah, I'm here. Like sort of like no big deal kind of thing. But he's saying that he's sorry that he's causing you pain, or that this change, his transition is causing you pain, and that he wants you to know that he's here, and that he's like saying it was no big deal. He's like, he transitioned without a hitch, and he's able to be near your energy and near you. But he's very matter of fact. Like, of course. Um, he's just very concerned about you. He wants to take care of you. Seeing dinosaurs now for some reason. He's showing me dinosaurs.
Miranda's chiming in. I want him to know I forgive him, and I just want him to be okay.
That's beautiful. He's saying that he is okay. If you're okay, he's okay. He's concerned about oh, he's concerned that he hurt you. It's not this that hurt you, it's that he hurt you in the past. And this is why you're saying you forgive him and you just want him to be okay. What I've been experiencing is that this is a process for those who have crossed over to receive the forgiveness that we constantly give them, and that it may have to do with other members of the family to release him, or it may have to do with the actual, let's say he ran over your toe with a bike. You have to forgive him for that. If he ran over, shut the door, shut your finger in the car door, you have to forgive. Like, it's kind of like you have to review and forgive, review and forgive for the each, because he's feeling, when we cross over, we feel the pain that we cause other people and the joy that we cause other people. And he's seeing through your eyes all of the history of all of the trauma that or drama that that he hurt you. And I know that you say you forgive him. He's not entirely convinced. He wants to know, do you forgive me for shutting the car door in your finger and for running over your toe? Like, he unfortunately he still feels indebted or responsible, and he just wants you to know that he's remorseful and he's sorry, and that he's going to make it up to you and watch over you. And he's fine. He made it over there with no problem. Like, it's no big deal. Don't worry about me. He's more concerned about you, which is a beautiful thing, which is probably a change in perspective. This is why it's so important. He'll need to move through this process. But if something comes up, if you can think of something, or maybe you can write a list and then burn it, or write a list and, rip it up and throw it in the river or something. I think that the pain and the incidents that he caused you aggravation is overwhelming him right now. Because yeah, it might help him. You don't have to do that for you, because I feel as though you truly have forgiven him. You forgave him before he left this earth. You did make amends, at least energetically, with him before he left. You've let him go and forgave him before he left. So this is not a tie on your end. This is his reality, his realization of all of the incidents that are so numerous that he's just atoning to. That's all. You can just keep forgiving. You can keep reminding him that you just forgive him for everything, for every little thing. It'll be a process for him. He says he found family members there that greeted him, and that he's there with people that love him, and that he's safe, and that he needs to go through this process.
Very good. Thank you. Levita D'Souza. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Hopefully I got it right.
Levita.
Levita.
Hi, Levita.
Okay, Levita D'Souza has a question. Can you tell me the name of my star family?
Woo. I'm looking for a new deck of cards. They're around here somewhere. I'm going to pull them out because I'm going to let the cards tell me. Let's see. Nope. Can I run get them? Because
Yeah,
they're
no
on.
problem.
I thought I brought them in here. Let me just see one other place. look under here so I don't go out there. I just got them. I got the Martian deck, and it's really, really cool. 1 second.
No problem.
In fact, I'm still here. You can hear me.
Oh, and this spray, you guys, it says they said it's organic spray anywhere, and it's frankincense, white sage, and royal shungite, and so much more. Spray, breathe, and feel the shift. There we go. For you guys too. I don't know if you can see it.
So check this out, Shane. It's called the Mystic Martian Oracle.
Wow.
And it was highly recommended because of the description in the book is very accurate of all the different types of ETs. So I would like to ask Levita if it's okay if I pull one of these cards for her. She'll be the first person I will have used this deck on. And they do, the person who recommended this did caution that the pictures on the cards are not as accurate as the descriptions. Oh. The descriptions say that they're loving beings, but on the cards, they're depicted as a little scarier than loving beings. It's just, so don't take it with a grain of salt. It's just somebody's artwork.
Alice Leon sent a bunch of hearts, and Miranda Anderson said, "Thank you so much, SunPsychic. You are right on." So perfect.
Wow.
She says, "Thank you so much. I'm so glad."
This doesn't make sense. Maybe I'll have to pull another one. This doesn't make sense. Now, this is the first time I'm using it. What I'm getting is the Vesica Pisces, which is not a alien race. And I thought that they were, they're all.
It could signify something like almost like a starseed, like if you've got, I don't know, an ascendant master. I think of Jesus when I see because he's, and the Jesus fish, just like I have in my logo with the eye. So that's interesting because it's like the spiritual world, maybe an ascendant master or something. And I think a lot of us in the group have many star origins. Like I think my original was in Vega, but I've spent some time in Orion and Pleiades.
Well, the very fine print underneath says divine feminine birthing fertility. So this is the creation of something, Levita.
That's beautiful.
I'll let you
decide.
Center
looks like it's actually 3D on the camera. It looks like it's actually sticking out a little bit. That's trippy.
It looks like an alien eye, but I think I would like to. I mean, you could see the galaxy in the dark area of the two. It's pretty interesting.
Maybe 2 starseed origins or something.
Wow.
Are you okay with the using a card? I'm waiting to hear back. Still.
Or should I get another one?
I say whatever you feel.
Kind of was looking for, she wanted to know what her starseed origin was. God love her. Levita, you go, girl. You keep asking those questions. She is like rocking it. She is my inspiration for sure. I'm following in your footsteps. She doesn't let anything stand in her way. She's a very strong, aware starseed herself, but she wants to know her origin. Let me see if I can pick this one. See. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna read the book on this. They said that the book is extremely informative. Sorry. So it's, let me see, 39.
Miranda Anderson says Venus traces the Vesica Pisces in the sky. I didn't know that.
The 2 overlapping discs of Vesica Pisces contains the almond eye shape that was used in the ancient mystery schools to represent layers of interconnected meanings, including divine feminine and the holy passage portal for the soul that links to heaven. The Vesica Pisces symbol is also geometric and esoteric aspect of the flower seed of life, symbolically and actually. I don't know what this. Later, monotheistic Christianity adopted the symbol to represent the fish, like you just said, for Jesus. In East Africa, the symbol is known as mandorla, and the ancient Celts created the female Sheila Nagig figurine, who's exposed their, okay, I won't read that. Exposed their, you know what?
Right. I
Yes,
got you.
one of these.
They're Vesica Pisces,
But
right?
so this is a creation card for sure. You're
Mhm.
birthing something, you're creating something, you're I I can hear the word evolution. Doesn't tell her the starseed though. I feel bad.
Maybe it is Venus, like Miranda Anderson saying. That would be a planet in this star system. So
Hmm. So what are you, Shane? You're Vega,
yeah,
right?
the blue people. That's why Avatar really resonated with me so much. I went to the theater and
Oh,
watched it 3 times. I never do that with a movie.
how could it be? Oh, 24.
Carrie in the chat says, "My first time meeting your guest, and I'm really enjoying this show. I'm on the struggle bus, so this is really nice. Very nice, Carrie. Thanks
Oh,
for
what's a
hopping in here.
struggle bus? I don't know what that is.
Just maybe having a tough time right now, maybe. Kind of what I figured.
Vegan beings reside on a planet Vega. They also are called Alpha Lyra. Did you know that? The brightest star of the northern Lyra constellation. Vega may have its own solar system. Vega beings are ancestral refugees from the ancient Lyra Draco Wars. They peacefully do not participate in any galactic politics or wars and take a neutral stance, unbiased and on the fence, to complex dramas. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow, I've been
It's pretty
carrying along
cool.
that energy for a while.
Most Vega beings are humanoid, though some hybrid beings have genetic characteristics of nearby ETs. Nondescript. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. But they say that this is good information in the book. But let me see if I can. Like, this is a mantis, and it kind of makes it a little scary looking. Like doesn't have to have bare trees in the
Papa? I'm
background.
just playing. Yeah.
Pardon?
I said, Papa? I was just joking.
But I mean, it's not really scary, but they could have had
Right.
it like with a birthday party and a cake or something. They didn't. They had it with bare trees and I
Right.
guess the settings are a little scary. Here's an Alpha Centaurian. I have no idea what these people look or these things look like. Very humanoid. Interesting. Interesting. They say that the artwork is not as accurate as the book is really accurate, has really good information. But that's just like a general comment. But it's fun to have for when people ask for their starseed origins.
Right.
Thanks for letting me run get that.
Carrie Goff says, Miranda, I'm so sorry. I just lost my husband as well. Much love. So maybe that's why she's struggling. Just lost a husband. I didn't know that. I don't think she's asked. Do you want to try to connect with your husband or anything? If you do, just let us know. Duck Frinner says, this is just an amazing show. Thank you. You are certainly welcome.
Oh, that's so sweet. You know who I want to talk to is Dave Maud. I'm waiting.
Oh.
But I know he keeps threatening. I'm going to make an appointment. Um, I would love for everybody in the chat to just give us their state that they're in, and maybe like the major city that's closest to them, or whatever the,
That's a good
because I
idea.
think that so many people are looking for, like, these two women have both lost their husbands recently,
Mm-hmm.
and they could live down the street from one another.
Right.
We
We'll
don't
never know.
know.
Yeah.
But I mean, they do say they spread out these star seeds and these light workers far enough so that we can, spread the light. And, but sometimes we're closer than we think. So I
Absolutely.
would love for everybody just to put their state in, or like whatever like, I'm in Maryland, but DC is the closest. So I would put Washington, DC is my area. Um,
And you're
and
right,
if you
because
put,
Carla just said that. We should hang out to Ruth because they have so much in common. So, yeah.
at least talk about their situations, somebody to talk to that has experienced something similar.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so Alva is in Palmdale, California, and Susan Wolf's in Olympia, Washington.
We
Carrie
do have a
says,
lot
I
of,
would love that. Yesterday was my wedding anniversary, and it was tough. So, Carrie does want. What's your husband's name, Carrie? She's in South Alabama, she says. I'll get her husband's name so we can see if you can connect. And Grace is in Pennsylvania, here in Allentown. Uh, I feel like I went through there yesterday when I was riding with the convoy. We were just there yesterday, but just
oh, you
virtually.
rode with them? I
I
saw that. I
was,
didn't
I
get
was,
a chance to watch it, but you were in one of the trucks riding?
I feel like it because we were riding along in their truck with them. But I did see
Okay.
them as they came through Tulsa. I got to go to Big Cabin and get some drone footage of that, which was pretty cool. There was so much support. So, and then I came back home and I've been following them through.
Okay.
Yeah, from here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was. It did feel like I was riding along. Okay, Eddie says, "Hey guys, could you tell me anything about a blue Arcturian I had telepathic communication with? Thank you." That's from Eddie R. Interesting. A blue Arcturian. Arcturian.
Let me just check with my guides. Now it's getting good, Shane. I love this because you never know what's gonna. And thank you, everybody who's asked beautiful questions today and helped me to practice my skills, my services. I'm seeing it's like a round hallway or doorway or threshold, but it's built. The round has triangles, like a triangle this way and a triangle that way, and it kind of like opens and closes.
hmm
Not sure. That may be a door in the spaceship. Does that resonate with you? Let me see. He wants to know what the message is, or what they're discussing.
Can you tell me anything about a blue Arcturian I had telepathic communications with? So I guess he's felt this connection with a blue Arcturian. He's wanting to know if you can tell him any more about that. Maybe who it might be, or
I think he's on your galactic council and he's assigned to you. I think he's one of your guides.
makes sense.
And I think that you've been on this spaceship that I can see the door. It's unusual, the things. Or it's something round with triangles. That makes any sense. A triangle this way and a triangle that way to make it round. It's like a geometric shape, obviously.
Right.
Sorry, it's taking so long.
No problem.
Now they're showing me a German Shepherd. So that means most dogs are unconditional love, but this German Shepherd is like a safety or a service dog or a um, security dog. So they want you to know that it's whatever is going on, you're safe and secure. Isn't that funny the way they show that to me? Wow. And not to be concerned or worried or feel funny about it. Know that you're safe, you're secure, you're with loved ones, you're with uh, friendly beings. It's nothing to be concerned or unnerved about. He's reassuring you. He's like your best friend. Like a dog is your man's best friend. He's your best friend. I'm your buddy. We hang out. We've had lives together. I miss you. I miss you, dude. I'm just tapping in to pick up where we left off. He's like your brother. He loves you very, very much. But I mean, I hope don't take that the wrong way. He's a very loving being on your galactic council. You're safe, you're secure. We're guarding you, we're watching over you. And don't be freaked out. That's what he wants you to know. That's beautiful. The love that I felt from him, Eddie. He was like, "You're my brother. You're my friend. I haven't seen you in so long. I just like to connect with you." And that's probably what you sensed.
Right.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Such a beautiful connection.
It looks like I missed Lark's question earlier, so let me back up and then we'll finish off with one from, I know it's getting a little late, I hope you have time. We have one also, we want to connect with William, that is the husband that just passed away, but let me get to Lark's question first. Lark Kemper wants to know, why am I here? I see energy in my peripheral vision. And that's for Lark Kemper. Thanks for the question, Lark. Sorry I missed you. Thanks, Gypsy, for keeping me in line there.
It's nice of them to help you out.
Such a loving group. They want to make sure no one's left
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they know it's hard. You can't keep track of all of it.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not moving
and
any faster because it's not really moving that fast. But you scan and I try to see if they responded, so I have to move it up and down.
I know. I know. Believe me, it's hard to drive. Believe me.
Yeah.
And you're not even tapping in. It's still hard to drive.
Right.
All right. Lark Kemper. Why is she here? You're here to help the earth ascend. You're here to help Gaia. You're here to shine your light. You're here to connect the grid around Gaia. You're here to be a link in the chain to all the rest of us. That's why you're here today, because you're the link in the chain. You know you are. That's why you're here listening to this. They want you to respond and acknowledge the synchronicities that you see and the sparks of light that are around you are what are the sparks of light around? They're more like angels. They're more of an angelic vibration that that are near you. You are, wow, you have aspects of the angelic realm. You've had, that's beautiful. These are, they say that you do angelic work here on this earth. Are you like a nurse or something? Or somewhere, some service? Do you help people who have addictions, or you do some sort of selfless service? Um, and this is what you're meant to do. You're meant to practice these heart virtues, these skills, these services here on earth and spread the light. And these angels are around you, encouraging you, supporting you, tapping you on the shoulder, saying, remember, remember, remember. Acknowledge the synchronicities. If you find a penny, pick it up. It's a penny from heaven. If you find a feather, if you see a feather floating, pick it up. It's your feather from them. Start acknowledging. If you see 1111 and it's not on Shane's hat, then then just say, I just go, thank you. And I just say, hello, I see you. Thank you for the reminder. They want you to keep in connecting, keep an open communication. Oh, and they're reminding me the other day, if Alice and Gypsy JJ are here. The other day, I heard, I can't remember where it was. Somebody wanted to know. They said, I am hearing Morse code in my ear. And she said, and then this morning when I woke up, she said she heard bells. And we tapped in, and they're reminding me of this because this is something that will resonate with you, that will help you as well. And I heard, they told me that it is a frequency that they're sending out. And when you hear the Morse code, and then when the spirit realm sends out this frequency and you hear it as Morse code in your ear, they get a feedback saying how your vibration is. If you've risen your vibration, if you've forgiven, if you're doing your heart virtues, if you're accepting, if you're loving, if you're, all these practices that raise our vibration, if we're, and then when they got the bells, it was a different type of frequency that they were sending out to get a new information back. It's an information exchange that they're testing our frequencies. Every time we hear these, it blew me away. I said, I never even considered that. It was amazing. And this is something that they say you may be hearing the ringing in the ears, or you may be hearing like a Morse code kind of thing, or you may, along with the lights, along with the synchronicities that they just want you to acknowledge and be open to. There is just, and that reason for you to be here, just to shine your light and to be part of the link in the chain, is a humongous reason. It needs no further development. Isn't that cool?
Very cool. So thank you for reminding me there, Gypsy JJ. And let's finish off with one for Carrie Goff. Her husband, she lost recently. Sorry for your loss, Carrie. And his name was William Goff. So let's see if we can connect with William for Carrie.
Okay. All right. Carrie, so sorry for your loss. It takes longer to get mediumship spirits. Only William Goff, please assist me with a message for Carrie. He's saying to be gentle with yourself, that your heart is fragile, that you are fragile, that you need to allow yourself time to heal, time to mend. Be very, very gentle with yourself. Pamper yourself. He wants to, I don't know if he treated you like a queen, but he wants you to make sure that there's a pillow under your feet, and that there's a blanket around your shoulders, and he wants you to wrap you up in comfort. He wants you to be warm by a fire. He just wants you to take really, really good care of yourself, pamper yourself, get massages, get a manicure or a pedicure. Take real good care of yourself. This is very important at this stage. And this is what he wants to do for you. He wants to take care of you. He cherishes you. And you are precious to him. And he wants you to know to treat yourself like you're precious, because you are. Each and every one of us is. To be kind to yourself. For him. It will make him very happy. He wants you to reduce the stress in your life. It's not helping you. I mean, obviously it's not helping you, but you need to concentrate on your recovery, on your taking care of yourself, taking care of your soul. Buy yourself flowers. Just do something to brighten up your day. I don't know if he bought you flowers, but he's showing me flowers. He wants you to buy yourself flowers. That's just something small. It doesn't have to be anything big, just something small that you can do to help treat yourself well, treat yourself good. That's what he wants.
That's good. She says, thank you. He always took care of me. So sorry for your loss. That's really tough.
He's still taking care of you.
Yeah.
He wants you to help him. Buy yourself flowers and just say thank you, Wow, that's beautiful. What a beautiful.
This has been an awesome session. I wanted to see if okay, yeah, we have April 9th for our next one. So we will be back Saturday, April 9th, you guys, with SunPsychic Jean. And but definitely check out our channel now, but we'll do some more live readings. So if you have any questions, check back with her and come here. But in the meantime, go check out her channel. She's been uploading stuff. She's about to upload one that's going to be little clips from our last session, which I'm really excited to see, with White, the Buffalo
Chief
lady.
White Eagle.
Okay.
Chief White Eagle and White Buffalo Calf Woman.
That's awesome. And actually, Cynthia C. Larson has that beautiful picture of the calf lady or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. Maybe I'll do more messages from her. Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Thank you all very, very much. I really appreciate it. And let's give Shane a thumbs up. And anybody who's not subscribed, please subscribe. Please ask your friends to subscribe. Please ask your friends to join us back here on April 9th. And let's really ramp up and raise this vibration, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I get so many people tell me how loving, how beautiful your energy is, Shane, and how much they love this community. And they are they're just beautiful, beautiful souls, and what a connection we all have here. Thank you.
Thank
you all.
You guys for being here. I'd be nothing without you guys here. So I'm glad that we can all hang out like this and share in this high vibe energy and community, especially now when a lot of us don't have a lot of people to hang out with. So I'm glad you had us list our locations. We had a couple of people in Minnesota and some other connections that can be made. So That's awesome.
Excellent. Excellent. Well,
thinking.
thanks again, everybody.
Yeah, and we'll see you April 9th. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of love to you, Jean, and for all that you do. And thank you guys for being here as well. And we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Bye.
Oh, I got a new outro thing. 1 second here. There we go.